What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Technically Speaking Live. It is Wednesday, 8:30 p.m. on the East Coast, sometime in the future in Australia, and Stat still sucks. He's still muted, so he can't say anything yet. But we're going to bring him in studio here relatively soon. Welcome to the show. What are we going to talk about today? Great question. We're going to wing it like we always do. Probably talk a little bit about Pixel's dock and going to probably talk about Oppo's new Find End, I think is what it's called, which is the new foldable phone from Oppo. Unfortunately, only available in China. Talk about CES preview because your boy is going to CES, so we're going to talk about that a little bit too. Talk about the December Pixel patch, Android L12, 12L, beta, whatever. T-Mobile is dumb. Not really dumb. They're just trying to challenge King Google, and good luck trying to tackle the Chromecast market. Whatever. But let's go ahead and bring Stats in studio. What's going on, you big dummy?
Well, you know, there is one topic you forgot to mention.
What's that?
When your fans expect you to launch
an
your
OnlyFans, my OnlyFans account.
You know, you put it out on the internet, so it must be true.
It's true. I did put it out on the internet that I might start an OnlyFans.
The problem is you're going to have to pay people to join. So, you know.
According to this, Michael is saying no audio, or is it just me?
Unmute your computer, Michael.
I certainly hope that it's just you. Because I'm going to find out here in a second.
I don't have my headphones, so.
Nope, we're on the old YouTubes. We're on the old YouTubes, and it's showing for me that we are live with audio. Live with audio. So I'm going to keep going. Michael, plug it, turn it on, flip it upside down, plug it in.
Yeah, I've got sound over here.
You got sound over there?
Yeah.
Sorry, Michael, it seems to just be you.
It's okay. We have faith in you.
You'll come back. We believe it. We believe in you.
Restart the show so we get the.
I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky.
Watch minutes. You dropped a video earlier this week that
I did.
That was kind of new, kind of different for you.
It is.
And I'll admit, I watched it as soon as you dropped it.
Did you really?
And then I left you an amazing comment
you
that I'm not
did.
Sure you've seen yet.
I have seen it.
Okay.
Hello and good night from Brazil. Brazil. Welcome to very cloudy Columbus, Ohio.
Yeah.
Good evening. Yes, the Oppo Find End does look fantastical. It looks amazing. I am very excited about the potential for the Oppo Find End, and we're going to try to do some cool picture in picture. It's not going to work.
Do you know anybody in China that could get you one?
No, you can probably get one. Swappa will probably end up having it. So let's talk about the Oppo Find End. It is a brand new foldable. If you watch MKBHD's video from earlier today, you'll know that
he always gets the fun stuff.
He has it. It is effectively a shorter, chunkier version. So it's me.
Made for us.
Short, chunky. It's a thick boy. The Find End is a similar design to the Z Fold, but sports a 5.49-inch outer display with a 7.1-inch inner display. By contrast, the 6.2-inch screen on the front of the Samsung Z Fold 3 is on the outside, so 6.2 inches, so it's a little bit taller. And it's a little bit larger when it opens. But honestly, it's very similar to the size of an iPhone 13. I think that's what MKBHD ended up saying. It looks... Let me just go ahead and show my screen, see if I can do this. Oh, I did.
Live technology on the air.
Live technology, right?
Right meow.
Right meow. What happened? What is going on? Two cams, split screen. Still didn't work. Awesome. Totally did not work.
We are a tech show, folks.
Tech show. Now there's nothing on the screen. Perfect. Ah, Jesus H.
Oh, I saw.
Yeah, I know. I
showed
messed
up
it
for
up.
a second.
I know. I messed it all up. Hang on.
Is that your hand in the picture?
No, it's the picture from the thing.
Some sausage fingers.
Sausages. Zoom to app window. What does that do? Nope. That sucked.
Black screen. Oh, just you. Now both of us.
Okay, hang on.
The phone again.
I'm going to try
nice white bars in the middle there.
White bars. White bars. Here we go. For the folks that are listening on our Spotify, nope. Is it Spotify? Anchor. Anchor.fm. Anchor.fm/the Technically Speaking. You're not seeing anything. So you're missing out on this just illustrious display of awesome technology that we're doing right now. Just to show you what it looks like, the Oppo Find End. So this is what the device looks like right now. It almost
looks like the size of the BlackBerry, you know?
It's squatty. It's a short, chunky boy. Sports an 888 processor, 12 gigs of RAM, and runs Color OS 12, which is based on Android 11. Wireless and wired charging are here from a fast Oppo fast wireless and wired charging. They say that you can go from dead to 55% in 30 minutes and 100% in 70 minutes. That is wicked fast.
Yeah.
That is wicked fast. The Find End is wider at an 18:9 aspect ratio. I really like the way that this particular thing looks. Let me see if I can zoom in. Zoom in. There we go.
Enhance.
I really like the way that this particular thing looks.
Yeah.
I really, really do. I think Bradley is saying that a bunch of YouTubers got it. Linus, Dave, so Dave 2D, and Mr. Mobile. I'm really glad that Mr. Mobile ended up getting it because he is probably the one I'm most excited about watching the video from this perspective. Has very similar characteristics of that of the Z Fold 3, but it's just a short, chunky boy. And I am personally very excited about that because I think that actually makes a lot of sense. I kind of went on record to talk about how I think the Z Fold 3 is a little unwieldy. This feels like it would be wieldy. Wielded.
Wieldable.
More, I can wield this easier.
Sure.
More wieldable. Welcome to the party, Miss Sheila. I personally think the Oppo Find End just looks really, really good.
Oh yeah, it looks like a great phone.
Would you buy it for $1,200?
No.
Why?
Because it's not a Pixel.
But would you buy it if the Pixel looked like that?
We've talked about this.
If that was a Pixel, would you buy it?
Yes.
So, if it had the Pixel experience, you would buy it.
Yeah, we've talked about this.
But you would not buy a Color OS Oppo.
No.
Because it's not Pixel.
Correct. I like Pixel. I'm good with that. I don't need to be on the bleeding edge of everybody that's trying to copy them and catch up to them. And we've talked about this 3 or 4 shows ago. That $1,200 price point for a Google Pixel Foldable, which is sitting on your desk. We just don't know how much it's going to be priced.
Jeez.
Yes, $1,200. I would do that.
By the way, I'm just saying, like, they undercut the price for the Oppo. Undercut this $1,200 by like $500 from the Z Fold 3. So it's like $1,700. All I'm saying, nobody believed me. $1,200 is entirely possible on a foldable.
Of course it is.
Totally possible.
I mean, with the amount of money that these companies are bringing in, not from their phone divisions, they can charge $2. They can charge $12 for a foldable, and make billions of dollars.
Michael Peppertech says Mr. Mobile's video was the best. Dave 2Ds was a little rambly, and Linus was okay. Honestly, and look, this is not going to be maybe this will be a popular opinion. I don't know. I'm just going to say it. I'm tired today. I've had a lot of peopling today. A lot of peopling.
Just today?
Just today. A lot of peopling today. I think Linus kind of sucks.
Ooh, Ooh, shots fired.
I'm nobody. I am a nobody in the grand scheme of things compared
You're
to him.
somebody to me, Scott.
And he's going to be like, who cares about some chubby dude from Ohio with a mohawk and a beard that says that I kind of suck? Because it's probably not the worst thing that anybody, like, I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of the way that he produces his videos. I'm not a fan of how he produces his content. I'm just not a fan. When I and Greg talked about it a lot, Greg wasn't a huge fan either. I'm just not a Linus guy. I think he's a little too preachy. I think he's a little self-serving. Maybe he's the greatest guy. Now, okay, so full disclosure, I say all of those things
based solely on his YouTube videos.
Solely on his YouTube videos. He could be the greatest humanitarian in the history of the world, and I could just be whiffing all over the page, calling this guy a big dirtbag, which I didn't call him a dirtbag for the record, but I could be calling him the biggest dirtbag in the world, and he could be like phenomenal human being, great humanitarian, and I would look like a big old bag of gross. I almost said something else, but
even more than usual.
Even more than usual. And I am really notorious for really whiffing on some takes because I was a huge jerk to a professional golfer named Vijay Singh. I am not a Vijay Singh guy, but he does some great things for a lot of hospitals. And nothing was more apparent than when I eviscerated him one day and I was like, this guy's the biggest jerk, blah, 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 blah. Anything like that. And then he did a St. Jude's commercial. And I look like the biggest jerk.
And you're like, well,
darn. Yeah.
Speaking of golf, did you watch any of the Tiger videos or anything today, especially the one comparing him and Charlie's mannerisms?
Yeah, so like it's just a phenomenal, like I absolutely love it. I can't get enough of that content.
Oh yeah.
That's the content I'm talking about. Cannot get enough of the content.
What I wonder, obviously, because Tiger has the benefit of hindsight.
Yep.
After being brought up by his parents and that type of learning and teaching and pushing and coaching and motivating. And obviously, he is
the greatest of all
time.
The
greatest golfer of all time.
Correct.
And I wonder how that will impact Charlie. Obviously, because Charlie will never want for anything. He will have his own personal teacher as dad, or any other teacher in the world would probably pay Tiger to be able to tell his other customers, oh yeah, I taught Charlie Woods. I taught Charlie how to do this thing. So I just wonder, because most offspring.
Where are you going with this?
I'm getting there.
Are you going to get there?
I'm going to get there.
Are you going to get there?
In the next 20 seconds.
Good God, man.
It's
I
very
feel like the
hard.
show's going to be over by the time you get to the point you're trying to make.
It's very hard for offspring to truly live up to their parents' credentials and things like that. Mm-hmm. But with Tiger knowing everything that he knows from how he was raised and everything he's done in his career, could we see Charlie match or
not a
surpass
chance.
his dad?
Not a chance.
Okay.
Tiger is the greatest of all time. But let's go back to me dunking on
VJ?
No,
or Linus?
Dunking on Linus. I'm not, you're right, malcontent. I am not talking about him as a human being. He could be a phenomenal human being, and I'm happy that, Michael Pepper mentioned that he employs 40 people. And that's great that he has the chance to be an owner that employs 40 people to do these things. But like you say right here, get your information correct. He comes off as incredibly cocky, like he is the end-all, be-all, the know-all of everything, and that because he portrays that so well that I just want to look at him and be like, dude, you don't need to come off that preachy and all that cocky. Just a little humility would be great. I think it would be just really fantastic. And then Michael mentioned, imagine Linus doing a St. Jude's commercial. I could not for a second imagine him doing a St. Jude's commercial without doing some other stupid sponsored pre-read right before he does a St. Jude's commercial. Hang on, kids. I've got to do this sponsored read really quick. Bro. According to this, Linus didn't know that you can make the fingerprint scanner so you don't have to press it to unlock the Z Fold 3 and whiffed on software stuff on the Fold and Find End. He just, dude, he doesn't care. And this is some of the, I heard 35 of the 40 are there to groom his beard.
Wow.
So evidently I am not alone in my desire to dunk on Linus. Again, could be the greatest human being in the world. I think his content is, he's built up something in Canada that's great. He's not the greatest Canadian YouTuber. I wouldn't even put him in the top 10 greatest Canadian YouTubers. I can only name like 6. I wouldn't even put him in the top 10. I said what I said.
7, 8, and 9 are to be determined, and then Linus.
I can come up with 4 pretty quick.
Well,
5 pretty quick.
Canuck Gal, who always tunes into our shows and participates, has to be in the top 5.
Could be. Could very well be. I was thinking more along the lines, well, I mean, you got like the Peter McKinnons, you got Matty Hipposia, you got Matthew. I can never say his last name. Matthew M. I can never say his math name, his last name correctly. Then Zach Talks Tech, Zach Talks Pixel. Okay, of course he's up there.
I mean, Kevin the Tech Ninja is practically Canadian. He lives
That's true.
Like a mile from the border. So
Hotter Take. Wow. Hotter Take. Still better than Mr. Who's the Boss. Canuck Gal, I was lurking. She was there. Yay.
always enjoy it when our fans tune in and help out with the show.
Yay. Hello, I was lurking. Bradley, I'm not taking it away at all. It's like, I'm just not a fan of his content, how he produces his content. He just comes across as preachy know-it-all. Hotter Take, Greg's technology deep dives were 1,000 times better. Straight up. Greg was more knowledgeable in that space than I thought Linus was. And Greg was critically underrated. I'm hella biased when it comes to that. But Greg knew his stuff better than Linus did. Boom, hot take. Why did this turn into me crapping all over Linus for the first 48 minutes of the show?
Well,
Also,
we've only been on for
18 minutes. I looked at it was 8:48 when I looked at the clock.
And you're the talent, so the show kind of goes wherever you want it to.
It turned into me talking about Oppo's new find, and Michael Pepper or somebody mentioned the fact that Linus, who is average at best, high into mediocre. CES, let's talk about what's going on. I'm going to CES. I've been trying to get Stats to go. Stats won't go.
It's not that I won't. I'm going to be on my 4th or 5th vacation.
Oh, there we go. Look at that. It's the darndest thing.
For the next 2 weeks.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
So coming right back to work for a day and then, or not even coming back to work, taking the first whole week of 2022 off to go to CES. While it would be amazing, and I would love to go out there and meet all these people and see all this new tech and play whatever golf you're going to play out there.
Yeah.
Because God knows we haven't swung sticks in 2 months, and it's warmer in Vegas than it is here.
But not by much.
Not by much. If I took 3 weeks off from work, I don't think my badge would work when I went back.
I don't think it would either.
Or Karen would light my house on fire while I was
gone.
gone.
That's a really good point. Like, you're going to be gone for the better part of a month. Well, I can't help you. Things to do. He has to go be an executive producer. So that really begs the question. You're going to take a drink, and I'm going to ponder for a moment.
Okay.
What are we going to do with the show when you're on a vacation again?
Well,
are you here next week?
No, I leave on Tuesday.
Oh, there we go. Look at that. The guy jumps out again on the show.
Hey, you were the one who missed last week. I was here.
I was traveling.
I am traveling next week.
You're not traveling that day.
Well, I didn't say I couldn't be on it. I just wouldn't be in studio.
Malcontent says, wait, you don't want to meet Linus in person? I don't think Linus wants to meet me in person. Not to say that he would even think about meeting me in person, but that's what I should do. If he goes to CES, that's it right there. If he goes to CES, I'll see if I can get a selfie with Linus.
Don't tell him why.
I'm not gonna tell him why. I'm not gonna tell him why at all. I should be like, bro, I gotta get a selfie with you. I'm a huge fan.
I look up to you so much.
No,
and
I
everything you do
can't
on
even
YouTube.
lie. I can't even lie. I'm sorry, I was dunking on you.
But no, I mean, I could absolutely do the show from the road next week. The week after that might be a little tough.
You're unavailable that week.
Yeah, probably going to be very unavailable that week.
You're very unavailable. You're not
after
even going to have internet.
Oh, I'm going to have internet. But the week after that, you'll be at CES, so you may have to do a live show.
Should I do a live show from? I think I'm staying at the Luxor. Has anybody stayed at the Luxor? Have you ever stayed at the Luxor?
I've only been to Vegas once, and
I've never been to Vegas.
We stayed off the far. Well, we were on the Strip, but it was on the far end.
That's got to be your NFT. Me and here's what I'll do. I'll get a selfie with me and Linus, and then I'll cartoonize it, and then like gifify it and make it like sparkly, and then that'll be my NFT.
And you can post it on your OnlyFans for those of you tuned in late.
Yeah, for the OnlyFans account. That's what I'll do. Oh, that's a cool idea. I'll see if I can pull that off. First things first, I've got to get the selfie. Is he even going to CES? Or does he just send one of his 40
beard groomers?
Go, my beard groomers. Go find content.
Incorrect.
Yeah, incorrect content. Go find incorrect content. That's got to be the NFT.
All right, so who are you? So I'm going to ask you a couple questions here.
Okay, go for it.
Who are you meeting in CES?
Not a clue.
Well, you know some of the people who are going.
Okay, yeah, I know some of the people I'm going. So I'm going to meet Dobo.
Yeah.
For the first time, I'm going to meet...
Live in person.
Live in person, I'm going to meet Dobo.
Don't break his drone.
I will not break... I'm going to try to crash it.
Okay. Kev's going, isn't he?
Kevin the Tech Ninja is going. I'm going to go play golf with him. Adam's going. Ben's going. Ben, my tag team partner from Tech King Mike's Saturday Night Tech Fights. We are undefeated all time.
UK/Dubai, Ben. Is Trent going?
I don't think so.
Okay. All right. So that's the people that... people who regularly
Linus is doing his own event, so he won't be there. Okay.
Oh, great. So people who regularly tune into our channel, they hear us talk about those people.
Yep.
Now, who are you hoping you run into? Or if they're there, who would you like to have an elevator pitch conversation with just about stuff?
Slang is going. So Digital Slang, I'm going to see him. Let's see. I'm not going to pitch anything. So this is my thing. Hang on. Let me get this out. This is my thing about CES. Like, I know there are people that's going there to like talk with brands and things like that. And I'm going to talk with brands that I've worked with in the past. I'm not preparing anything. There was somebody I was talking to had talked about how they prepared a whole bunch like ROIs and things like that for these brands. And the brands kind of ghosted them. So I'm kind of going in with minimal expectations as it relates to working with brands. So I'm going in with like the lowest of low expectations. There are some like huge, not sponsors of the channel, but pretty darn close sponsors of the channel, like OWC, Other World Computing. They are a huge fan of the channel, and I'm a huge fan of their brand. I'm going to stop by them. Shure microphones. I have a Shure microphone. You have a Shure microphone. Mm-hmm. Ironically enough, we're on a Rodecaster Pro because Shure doesn't have something like this. But that's not the point. The point is I've worked with Shure in the past. Now, I'm going to visit their booth as well. So Shure, Nomad, some other brands that I've worked with, OWC.
SwitchPod, are they going to be there?
I don't know. If SwitchPod groups are going to be there, then I will work with them as well. I'm just going to stop and talk to some of those folks. So Malcontent, you're talking about Super Saf, the British guy who always wears sunglasses in his videos. That's Super Saf. I'm pretty sure that's who you're talking about.
El Jefe.
No, he's not British.
I understand that. That was
That was an awful joke.
Well,
You should feel bad about that joke.
no, I won't.
That was bad, and you should feel
I'm gonna
bad.
take all my bad feelings and send them towards Linus.
There you go. Go on the way to Canada. So I would say that probably some of the folks that I would like to run into, Mr. Mobile, Michael Fisher, or what some people refer to as he's the skinny Michael Fisher. I am the chubby Michael Fisher. I would like to run into him.
It's just like I'm the poor Conor McGregor.
Yeah, that's right. You are the poor. Have you
and
seen
out of
him
shape.
recently? He
No.
is jacked.
Yeah, he's still 5 feet tall.
He's freaking enormous. He's gained like 35 pounds of muscle.
What's he trying to do?
I have no idea, but he looks crazy big. Anyway, not the point. So probably running into like Mr. Mobile, El Jefe, folks like that. Zach Talks Pixel, Zach Talks Tech. He'll be there as well, running into those folks. Honestly, it's a lot of the individuals that I've run into on Twitter and things of that nature and build up a network through there. Those are the folks that I'm looking forward to the most. I think Technically T might be going, so I'm really looking forward to running into those folks. That's what I'm most excited about. I'm going to CES to see online friends. That's why I'm going. If I get to work with these other brands later on in 2022, that's fantastic. I would love to do that. I'm not gonna pitch them. I'm gonna talk to them and about what my content.
Let them pitch you.
Well, the idea is like, let's call it what it is. Am I a small channel? In the grand scheme of things, yes. Am I loyal? Yes, very. So brands that work with me and have worked with me in the past, like I'm incredibly loyal to Moment because they were one of the very first ones that ever gave me anything to work with the brand. So I'm hoping to run into those folks if they're at CES. But that's really kind of the extent of it. I'm going to spend most of my time trying to hang out and catch up with other people. I'm going to go golfing one day. I'm going to go take in a lot of the sites as it relates to the different things going on at CES. But that's what I'm trying to find. But I really want to take CES in for what it is because I've never, ever done CES. So I know it's going to be different. Obviously, things related to COVID and stuff like that, it's going to be different. But I'm really interested to know, like, what exactly am I going to be getting myself into? Because I've never been to Vegas. Not a clue what I'm getting myself into there at all. And then never been to CES while I'm there too. I have been told that when I go, there's a group chat going already between me, Adam, Dan, and Dobo, specifically around what are we going to eat? All of us are chubby with the extent of Dobo. So of course we're talking about food. And I've heard that there's this crazy 60-ounce steak that you can buy that's like $300. That just pull all our money together because 60 ounces between 4 full heavy structured men.
That's 15 ounces per.
That's enough
pre-cooking. So you're looking 10 to 12 ounces.
That's enough meat. That's a lot of meat.
Yeah,
that's some meat.
Some meat all up in your mouth.
Meats. Slang says it's true. He's going for the experience and to meet some folks. Networking is just included naturally. Agreed. We're going to be networking with all these different brands. Hoping to work with a couple of brands, bring some new stuff to you guys in 2022, and kind of go from there. But yeah, that's kind of my plans for CES. That's what I'd like to see. Is there anything specifically that all of you are looking for? Would you like vlogs from CES? Is that something that would be interesting to watch and see from me? I'm interested to know. Would you watch vlogs from me filmed with a phone, my Pixel naturally? The Ultra Galaxy Z Fold Flip Pixel Fan Edition.
So
2
vlogs are one option. Shorts on
YouTube Shorts. Yep.
You can do what's the slightly longer form on Instagram?
Reels.
Twitter Spaces? No, not Spaces. Just videos on Twitter.
Michael says vlogs in real life, IRL. Streams would be so much fun. I think I want to stream Maybe. Ooh.
I mean, you're absolutely going
Ooh.
to do it when y'all are eating and golfing. I guess what you're really asking the people, do they want to see you vlog or live stream actual tech stuff, or just you and the boys being silly?
Miss Sheila, I will definitely tell Mr. El Jefe I send your absolute best, and my best too, for that matter. Malcontent says, sure, I'd watch that vlog. So maybe I'll do some vlogs when I'm out there. I've never vlogged before, so I'm just going to look like a crazy person.
You're going to look like everybody else there.
I'm going to look like everybody else.
You'll be fine.
This is what I'm looking forward to. You'll have a lot of beautiful cityscapes to capture with the Pixel, cinematic pans and motion stuff to test, and awesome night views. That I'm going to have to add into a vlog. That would be a phenomenal idea, Mr. Michael Peppertech.
Speaking of places to eat, there's a restaurant right across the street from Mandalay that's a French restaurant.
France.
Dynamic, amazing food.
Okay.
And the fountains are right across the street. So,
that's a great idea. So I'll have to go eat there. I'm going to be all sorts of on my weird time, I think. Because they're 3 hours. Mm-hmm. They're on West Coast time, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's gonna screw me up for a while.
And it's never dark.
It's never dark?
Not on the Strip.
So that's
the sun goes down, but there's billions of lights.
See, that's the thing. I've never experienced that before. I don't get out much, I guess. Do what you want to do when you're out there. Spontaneous is always best. Nighttime lapses as well, both tech and silly stuff. Okay. I can do that. That actually sounds like a lot of fun. Okay, what else we got to talk about? The December Pixel patch. This was the patch for all patches.
Yeah.
80 bugs. 80 different bugs were updated.
I mean, more power to them for pushing out that much stuff so soon after the phone came out, but Lord have mercy.
This month includes a feature drop with ultra wideband, letting you hold the back of your phone towards another device for nearby share, adjusting how long you have to hold the power button for the assistant, and more. So that feature drop is as follows. Pixel 6 Pro ultra wideband, adjust the assistant long pressed, and Pixel Buds A series bass slider, and more. So it looks as though you can do quick tap to snap, which is a Pixel exclusive. Now it's Pixel 6 along with the 5 and the 4A 5G can set quick tap to snap, which is a double tap on the back. You don't have a Pixel 6 Pro. I don't know why I almost told you to do this, but I have mine set to double tap on the back, and it absolutely opens up the Google Assistant, and it works every single time. 80% of the time, every single time. No, it works every single time. You can also customize it to do other things like the quick tap to snap. That is way harder to say unless you really enunciate it. Allowing you to open up Snapchat and utilize the full Pixel exclusive lenses in the feature drop on your Snapchat. The feature drop also allows you to see the now playing search for some of your favorite songs, car crash detection in other countries. The Google Recorder now works in
Lord, slow down.
The Google Recorder now works in Japanese, French, and German on the Pixel 3 series Plus all the way through to the Pixel 6 series. So, yeah. I don't know why I talk so fast.
Malcontent, I think that's still a rumor at this point. Or
I have heard that rumor about
some overly aggressive people wanting it to be true.
I desperately want it to be true. I really do. I really wish that we had Face Unlock on the Pixel 6 Pro. I mean, I have no bearing to say this next statement because you're going to be like, yeah, okay, we've heard that before.
Can't wait.
I don't have that feature. And if I had that feature, I would do a piss poor job at hiding the fact that I don't have that feature. I don't have the feature, and I really want the feature of Face Unlock, like a lot. Now,
Why do you want Face Unlock as opposed to...
I love the idea of Face Unlock rather than in-display fingerprint scanner.
Oh, I agree with that.
I do not enjoy the in-screen fingerprint scanner at all. It's gotten better on the Pixel 6 Pro. It is now definitely serviceable for sure. I just don't enjoy it as much. I just don't. Malcontent,
You know him so well.
I know, right? Okay, back to the full list of features for the Pixel 6 family is below. It looks like as though they've fixed an issue causing the assistant to unintentionally start a phone call in certain conditions.
That could be bad timing.
Ooh, horrible timing. Fix for audio noise and videos captured with certain phone cases. Microphone cutting in and out during certain conditions. Improvement on audio playback. Battery and power improvements to also some of the thermal performance in certain conditions. Biometrics, greater and general improvement for the fingerprint stability and performance in issues preventing enrollment of new fingerprints in certain conditions. For the camera, general improvements for the stability and the performance, enhanced image quality, as well some autofocus response, color consistency, fix for causing a blank viewfinder preview in certain conditions. There is so much. Let me just show you this page. Holy crap, there's a lot.
Yeah, everything from battery and power to Bluetooth, display and graphics, media, sensors,
There's systems and
the
interfaces.
User interface list is gigantic.
Jesus.
And then 2 Wi-Fi bug fixes. So,
Two Wi-Fi.
It's basically like taking, a car in to a really reliable service center and say, fix everything that's wrong with it. They just went top to bottom, front to back, and
soup to nuts, and they really
bugs.
they really did quite a bit. So they did a number of fixes as it relates to the stability and things of that. So you can't say that they're definitely not trying. Now I did run into a weird bug because I just updated mine last night and then finished it up this morning. There was a weird bug where I was getting weather warnings for Singapore. And then as soon as I touched it, nothing happened, and then it went away.
So I wonder,
and it was on Reddit, so I saw it and I read it, and it happened to me.
You read it on Reddit.
I read it on Reddit, and then as soon as it happened, I noticed it on mine. I clicked it, and it went away, and it's never been back since.
So I wonder which part inside your phone was manufactured in Singapore and was touching another part that was causing that alert to show up.
I have no idea, but they have definitely done their due diligence on that for sure. Did you see the Apple AirTags and privacy thing?
I saw it.
We did this test.
We did.
We did this test.
Blind. I had no idea. My best friend in the entire world was trying to nefariously track me in my truck.
And it worked.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
he was even exploiting his own daughter to do it.
Yeah, so long story short, Did
we put out a video about this, or did we just talk about it?
We just talked about it. So the Apple AirTags, they released a new app this week, and it's called Find My Detector for Android in an effort to boost privacy. Basically, it released an Android app called Tracker Detect, and it's designed to help people who don't have iPhones or iPads to identify anybody unexpectedly tracking their location using a Apple AirTag. So they should have done this day one.
They launched it.
They should have done this day one from a privacy perspective. Perspective. And effectively, if you don't know how the AirTag works, they use the Find My network, because when you have Find My on, it basically pings all the other iPhones around you, or all the other Apple devices around you, not just iPhones, but iPhones are the easiest ones, to find whatever the device is. So we ran this test where I picked one up and I threw it into the truck.
The glove box.
The glove box, specifically of Stats. And I was with him. I did not have my iPhone with me. I gave my iPhone to my daughter. And I said, okay, I want to do screen recordings of this thing moving on the Find My app, specifically for the iPhone. And we were able to track where we are at a stoplight, at a department store, at your apartment.
We went to Sherman-Williams, didn't we?
We did go to a paint store, so they were able to clearly identify that we were at a paint store. We were at his apartment. We were at a mega, what do you call them? A home improvement store. A huge orange home improvement store. We were able to see all of the locations that we were in. And he doesn't have an iPhone. He has a Pixel, as we talked about earlier on the show.
We didn't have any Apple devices in the truck with us.
Nope, not a one. So this app came out to basically find any unexpected...
Anyone who uses an Apple AirTag without your knowledge, if you download this app, this is basically Apple saying... Yeah, people are using this exactly how we expected them to, but not how we told them to.
Right. You're holding it wrong.
Yeah, you're holding it wrong. So we're gonna do a little mea culpa and roll out this app before we get sued for somebody being tracked and hacked and something else like that.
So I'm running Tracker right now.
I'll be interested to know where you put your Apple AirTag.
It's not in this room. It is in this house, and it's not currently close to my iPhone either. But it's upstairs, hanging on the hook.
Ah.
So it's not far away from here, but there's a concrete wall and stairs between me and it. So I'm curious to know if it's going to find it. My guess is probably not, because it's close enough to my iPhone. Being in the same house,
right?
That it's not far enough away from like the parent account, because that's the thing with this particular app. It has to be
out of range.
It's got to be out of range of the owner's stuff.
Yeah.
In order for this to work, that's where the nefarious tracking part comes in. So basically, to say, hey, no, it's you're not close to the regular parent, so. Basically, I have to take this tracker with me, leave my iPhone far enough away from me in order to get this thing to work, because it's not working right now. It's scanning, but it's not finding anything because it's close to the parent, which is fine. That means it's functioning as it's intended to function.
Yeah.
So
have you checked out the Android 12L Beta 1 yet?
I have not.
Did you do... Because you're on 12 something prior to L, correct?
I was on the betas.
Yeah.
But I'm not on the L beta.
Okay. Because they are soliciting true feedback from any users. They really, really, really want your feedback. But the only three options are, yes, I would recommend it. Yes, I'd recommend it, but, or no, I wouldn't recommend it. Very little gray area in between.
Well, it's too early for me. Like, I can't recommend a beta. It's a beta. It's too early for that. Why would that be an option?
Mm-hmm.
Why would you say, yeah, I absolutely, you're a beta. You're still working out the bugs. Doesn't make any sense.
According to their December 6th 80 bug fix drop, I don't know what I just did there.
80 fix bug drop
still
fix
working out
words.
The bugs on the Pixel 6 too.
Words.
We are way out of practice on this.
Why are we just sucking so bad?
Because we work for a living and we're tired, and it's a week and a half before Christmas. And we're just done adulting for the year.
Here you go. Bradley said, Apple should just discontinue AirTags until they get it together. There's obvious flaws, and thieves are taking advantage of it.
I think we made that point the first time we heard about them.
Time. Very first time we ever said it. Yep. I don't get it. They're more Metro Atlanta residents saying they're being tracked by Apple AirTags. People are figuring out ways, and they're not expensive at all.
No,
when you think about it,
$29.
it's $29 for a single one. So $29, but if I'm a thief and I can throw it in a car, steal a car, steal somebody's phone, steal anybody's anything that's more than $29. That's just a rinse and repeat. Rinse and repeat. That's easy. That's easy peasy. I'm not saying you should go out and do that, but that's no. I mean, a tracker that's that least expensive, also inexpensive.
Well, and it's not even that. It's a tracker that is created and produced and marketed by one of the, if not the top tech company in the world. So
one of the greatest marketing companies.
It comes with that cachet of being legit and good and fine because Apple products just work. Yeah. They work for the bad people just as well as they work for the good people. Mm-hmm. So,
and they always will find a way.
Yeah.
They will find a way. Lord have mercy.
There were some new S22 leaks earlier this week. 3 different models.
Yeah,
slightly different sizes. One of them has 5 cameras on the back and a flash.
Well, hang on. Let's go back to this Apple tracker thing. I hope this brings to light other tracker issues having too. Michael Peppertech says that. Has there ever been one negative article ever written about it? In regular news media, there seems to be more negative press.
Tech media.
But tech media
leans heavily Apple. But yeah, the privacy experts, data privacy people like you.
And they're targeting luxury vehicle owners. Yeah. Because not only that, some of these folks, because I was actually just talking to somebody earlier this week, she had her car stolen because they used she has one of those transponder keys where it's not an actual physical key. It's one of the push to start. You just have to have the key in the car. Well, if they get those radio signals from the remote,
right,
and then they can program a key and then just walk up to the car and steal it.
Yep.
So you can do the same thing. You can just throw a tracker in a car, follow the car, wait until they go, RFID. I don't know if it's an RFID. I shouldn't say that. Not an RFID. But basically get the ID.
Form of electromagnetic radiation.
Get that car and then drive the car away. And then so when you drive that car away, you can go do other crimes in the car or just steal the car.
Hell, take the catalytic converter off of it.
What is that whole phenomenon?
They have...
what is that?
Well, so catalytic converters are made with a lot of different rare earth metals and things like that.
Okay.
To do the filtration of the fossil fuels.
Yeah.
And they've been hit especially hard by the supply chain issues because they're hard to produce and almost all of them are imported these days.
Okay.
So if your catalytic converter goes bad, especially on a lot of very high-tech new cars or new cars that have a lot of tech in them, the car won't run. So if you can't buy a new one, you go steal somebody else's and slap it on your car.
What?
Or you resell it for the, for the resale value, or you sell it for scrap because of all the minerals and metals and everything that are in it.
That is crazy.
Oh yeah.
What?
People, they'll put a car up on jacks and steal the catalytic converter and leave the rims and the tires and everything else alone.
That is so weird.
Yep.
Malcontent, somebody asked above if I'm getting a Chromebook. Which one are you getting? I am going back and forth between a Pixelbook Go or a Chromebook Duet 5. I keep bouncing back and forth, and so this is where I struggle because I don't know the angle of the review that would be on the Chromebook. That's the only reason why I have not pulled the trigger yet. I have a Chromebook Duet today. I picked it up on the super cheap. Great Chromebook. Works fantastic. Not crazy fast or anything like that, but it's great for web browsing. I can actually do a lot of my work emails and Teams and things like that for my regular job on it. But
the 5?
No, the Chromebook Duet 5 is the one I'm looking at potentially getting.
Which one did you get?
The Chromebook Duet.
Oh.
Not
the 5.
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out what is the angle of the review that I would write for a Chromebook. And honestly, that's where I'm struggling at the most right now, because Chrome Unboxed really has like the market cornered on that particular bit. Does a really fantastic job as it relates to doing Chromebook reviews. I'm trying to find the angle, and I think I just need to jump in with both feet, to be completely honest, because I'm really struggling just to kind of jump in with both feet on it. I should probably just jump in, do a Chromebook review, get it out there, and then go from there, and not expect a whole lot of views from it. I have a love-hate relationship with my Pixelbook, says Miss Sheila.
I do not. I love everything about my Pixelbook.
I have a love-hate relationship with all things related to Chromebooks. I love everything about them. Battery life, typically the screen. Keyboards are okay. Keyboard on your Pixel,
Brilliant.
love it.
Best keyboard ever. If I could rip off this keyboard and add a 10 key to it and take it to work,
Oh my God, amazing.
be amazing.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
We earned it.
We did.
We earned it.
We had a very equitable trade program for me having use and access to this Pixelbook.
Many trees were felled.
And brush cleared.
And yeah, many man hours
of yard work.
Oh yeah. But the point is, the hate part, I can't edit videos the way I want to edit videos.
Yeah.
That's my big thing.
Now, let me put an interesting question to you this way. Would it be worth it to you to have two separate machines, like you said? Have one that does all your browsing, your emails, your Teams, your, web, just everything like that, and then have a dedicated, straight up editing machine? Could you live on those two different platforms to do two different things very well?
Yes. Make a review angle on the development of the ARM compute cores, MediaTek versus Qualcomm. What do you really use your computer for? Is Chromebook enough for you? Yeah, like that's kind of the way I'm leaning, is the idea of people really should give Chromebooks a look. They're just due.
Don't buy into the marketing and the hype from some of the other companies just for the name.
You don't need an iPad Pro to search Facebook in your Gmail. Somebody, I think it was Oscar, was saying something the other day saying, like, he actually called himself out. It was Oscar. Oscar was saying something like, we don't need to buy high-end phones to do social media. Like, you don't have to have the best of the best. You don't have to have an iPhone 13 Pro Max 1 terabyte
to scroll Facebook.
For 5 hours a day.
Yeah, no.
To scroll Instagram for 3 hours a day. To scroll Facebook. To scroll Twitter. You don't need that. You don't need 12 gigs of RAM to do that activity. And you don't need a high-powered MacBook Pro or a MacBook Air or an iPad Pro or even an iPad in order to do those things. When a Chromebook can do all of those things and probably more that you won't even begin to scratch the surface on at all, but you don't give it the time of day for the Chromebook.
Right. Because it doesn't have that brand name. It doesn't have that cachet. And a lot of the tech media does not give the Chromebooks the reviews, the looks, the teardowns, and the detailed selling points that you could.
There you go. See, the vast majority of people in the world are not creators. I run my own business on my Chromebook. Now, Malcontent, do you use Android apps on your Chromebook? I would be curious on that. Not to say that you should or shouldn't, but I just know that, like, for me, when I have the Duet upstairs and I'm doing like my regular work and I log in to like Outlook or Teams, I can do dual windows on it and have both going. And so I have my regular Outlook going, in my Teams chat going, and I can do all of those. Like I can attend all my meetings that way. Now I look less good because normally I'm on this camera when I'm doing like my regular work. So of course I look and sound phenomenal, but who's to say that you couldn't do that on a Chromebook?
I mean,
You absolutely could.
The advances in the micro camera technology that are in, the laptops these days, or who was that new camera creator we were looking at right before the show?
What?
The camera, the detachable mount anywhere magnetic camera.
It was Logitech, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So Panasonic?
Somebody is working on a camera that, is the size of a 9-volt battery that has a magnet on one end so you can stick it wherever is most preferential for your viewing setup, and then it Bluetooths or NFCs back to your computer and syncs with everything. So, you're no longer stuck with the one focal length or plane or angle from the camera that's pointed on your laptop, and a lot of people, have it shooting up their nose over Zoom and stuff like that. So again, it's all about what works best for you.
Michael's saying he almost 3 years on his Pixelbook Go, ran my own business on it as well as have yet to find something I can't do. Streaming, video editing, including.
Well, there you go.
That's the thing is people are just not giving Chromebooks their just due. See, now this is making me want to go get that Chromebook Duet 5.
Do it.
I should just take back the one.
No.
I could do a review.
I'll plant a tree in your front yard.
I dare you. Right in the middle.
I will go by like a 40-foot tall
no, you won't.
tree.
No, you won't.
And plant it right in the middle of your front yard.
No, you
I
won't.
Absolutely will.
40 foot?
Absolutely.
You know how expensive that would be?
I don't care.
I'll do a review on that.
It's fine. Do it at my house.
I'm
gonna need it. I use it.
Do you use it?
Every day.
Do you really?
No.
I know you don't. That's why I said what I said. Do you save stuff to it?
No,
Or is it all
I
through
save
the cloud?
everything in the cloud.
So you could power wash it.
Oh, absolutely.
And you would be like,
power
whatever.
wash it right now.
Well, don't do it right this second.
I'm not going to. It's going home with me.
I know that's not the point. The point is if you let me borrow it for a week, you wouldn't die.
No.
Okay.
I mean, I have a backup Chromebook in my house. I have a Pixel, so I'll be fine.
Okay, Michael, I will check the DM as soon as the show is over.
Yes, malcontent.
Wait, I dare me what? That says Scott says, but Stat says you're chicken.
To take the Pixelbook away from me.
Oh, you can take it away from him. I'm not worried about him. I'm not worried about him at all. I'm worried about what my front yard would look like.
Right?
That's what I'm worried
After
about.
We've spent so much time and effort,
Good
and energy
God.
and money up there. Hell, we dethatched that thing this year.
Oh, yeah, we did, and that was a labor of love. That was a labor of love. I find some Chromebooks are more expensive than good Windows machines. Don't know if they're worth it. Maybe that's an angle. I'm not a Windows guy, so I can't speak on behalf of the Windowsies.
Well, and I think that's the market, and that's the position that Chromebooks have always tried to fit into, but a lot of the media and a lot of older computer users aren't willing to break away from the ecosystem.
Oh,
If you've been a Windows person your entire life, you don't want to give Chromebooks a try because you don't understand how they work outside of Windows.
Malcontent was talking about buying the Duet 5.
Oh.
The Duet 5 is beautiful. It was one of the Chromebooks of the year from Chrome Unboxed. Beautiful tablet style. Oh, lovely, lovely, lovely. Y'all are tempting me. I mean,
there's one right here, Best Buy, $4.99.
$4.99. Stats. Where can they find you?
I am at Helix Heinlein on the tweet machine and checking in. I'm down to about once a week checking in on Instagram at Country Smith, and it has been glorious.
Glorious. You can find me at the Scott Peachy on Instagram, at Scott Peachy on the tweet machine. Machine. Thinking about that duet. Thinking about just stealing your Pixel book.
Whatevs.
We'll figure that out. All right, y'all. I will be here next week. Stats will not be again, but you might be.
I might tune in from the road. You never know.
But you're not driving that day, are you?
No.
You could theoretically set up shop.
I could, if I had the Pixel book.
I knew you were gonna say that. I knew you were gonna say it. I knew it. I knew. I think you would have to have the Pixel book.
Well, either that or I would just do it from my phone.
See, I tried that whole remote desktop thing to your PC Mac. I tried that. I really did. I couldn't get it to work well on my Mac. That was because I thought that same thing. Because I honestly thought what I'll do is I'll just leave I'll leave my Chanel. I know he's constantly on vacation. That's all he does. I would leave my Mac on, and then I would remote into it, and I can remote into it and do the whole 9 yards. The problem that I was running into is like if I wanted to do my editing on it, the sound comes from the Mac, not through the Chrome remote desktop. I've got to figure out a way to get around that. There's other remote desktop stuff that I could do. Christmas special. Oh my God, next week Christmas?
A week from this Saturday, yeah.
Jesus. Okay, Bradley, it is a Christmas special. Oh my gosh. Okay, anyway. All right, y'all. Be good or be good at it. We will see you. We'll see. We'll catch you on the flip side. I'll see you guys next week. I'll see you then. Bye.